Join me as I draft and sew this lovely button down shirt. Although with few alterations, the down I didn't go up by three, I just went up by one since it's a child. So let's get started. Now we are drafting the front pattern first. Please, I have gone ahead to go in by 2.5 inches. This is where we are going to be having the button. Alright, 2.5 inches. Some persons go in by 2 inches, but I prefer 2.5 inches. Alright, depending on your preference. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be taking the waist, the hip, and of course the full length. So that's what I've gone ahead to do. The vertical measurements, alright. The next thing I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be taking the neckline of 2.5 inches. Alright. Then the shoulder measurement is actually 16 divided by 2 is 8 inches. Sorry, shoulder measurement is actually 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then I'm going to be adding half inch seam allowance, that is 7.5. Please. Alright. So I am going to be coming down by 3 inches. I'm going to be using 3 inches as the shoulder slope, not your regular 1 inch. This is 3 inches. We're constructing a shirt, alright? A male shirt. So after which I am going to be coming down by the armhole measurement, alright? I'll be coming down by 7.5 inches. So this is where you have the chest line, alright? The chest line for men and bust line for women. So I'll go ahead and be mapping it. Remember, it's from that shoulder stop I took my 7.5 inch, not from the main beginning of the drafting. Alright, if that makes sense. So I'll go ahead and join. Normally I'm supposed to shorten it. I'm not supposed to draft 7.5 inches because I'm going to be folding the back to the front, but I just want an ease in the arm area. I don't want it to be extremely tight or extremely fitted. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking the chest measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, the waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, the hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, then of course the full length. Alright. To my subscribers, I say thank you. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you. So like I said earlier, I'm marking my measurements, alright? That's the body measurement. Now the hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. Normally from the full length, I am supposed to draw a curvy line to meet up with the hip line, but I don't want it like so. You can do it like so if you want to, but I just decided to come up by 1 inch. You see what I'm trying to tell you. Alright. Then I'll get the mid for the armhole. Like I said earlier, alright, now I am going to be coming out by half an inch to redraw the armhole. Alright, as you can see. Alright, so like I told you earlier on, the down part you can come up by 2 to 3 inches, but me, I'm just coming up by 1 inch. Or you can start from where you see the hip measurement, then curve it into it. But I just want to take 1 inch. Alright. Alright, it's actually for a 7 years old child. So this is the front pattern. What I'll be doing now, I'll be cutting it. So I've gone ahead to cut. It's time to draft for the back. What I'm going to be doing, I am going to be placing the front measurement on the back pattern paper, but I'm going to be taking 3 inches, as you can see. Remember, we took 3 inches for the shoulder slope. You can take 4 inches. 4 inches is also fine. So I'm taking 3 inches now. Then I'll be placing, as you can see. Remember the button allowance. I did not start from there, if you can see. All right, look at where I started from. As you can see, that is the button allowance. I started from the main place the shirt to start from. So now I've drawn it down. As you can see, I've carried the front pattern starting from where I marked 3 inches. Now we having excess in the upper part. Remember, is a shirt, so we're going to be folding in. What I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be remapping the shoulder slope. I'm going to be measuring 3 inches as well. Remember, we came down by 3 inches for the back initially, so I've now measured it. Now I'm taking 3 inches. Like I said, you can also use 4 inches. 4 inches is fine. I'll go ahead to draw, after which I am going to be merging it properly. Alright, be sure to do that very, very well, please, in order to avoid mistakes. Alright, so now this will aid me to bend. Make sure you bend above that line with 0.5 inches, above the shoulder slope with 0.5 inches. Alright, make sure you do like so. As you can see, then I will now be cutting. Alright, remember I told you the front armhole, you can do it shorter, removing 1 inch or 1.5 inches, but I don't want it to be extremely tight in his arm area. Alright, that is why I left it like so. But if you want something extremely fitted, you'll be subtracting 1 inch from the front armhole. Alright, because it's going to blend since we're having a folding at the top. So like I said, the neckline is 2.5 inches for the front, and I will go down by, well, this is 2.5 inches. Like I said, I'll go down by 3 inches. Alright, after going down by 3 inches, I'm going to be using my French curve to curve the neckline. Then where I have the button flap, I am going to just be rolling it. Alright, to merge. Alright, to merge with the neckline. As you can see, the next thing I'm going to be doing now, I am going to be cutting the, please make sure you're cutting only the front. Do not make the mistake of cutting the front and the back together, please, else you have to restart again. Alright, so after which I am going to be folding like so. Just pay close attention. I'll be using my French curve like so and just curving it, alright, onto the back neckline. Then I am going to be cutting. I will raise up and cut. Please don't just cut anyhow. Just look at what I'm doing, please. Alright, I'm going to be cutting like so. So we are done with the front and the back. The next thing I'll be doing is my sleeves. Please, I would not be teaching how to draft a sleeve here. I've done it in my channel before, so I'm going to be linking it. I've gone ahead to cut the fabric for both the front, the back, and of course the sleeves. Alright, as you can see. Now let's go into the sewing process. I also cut a back yoke. You remember shirt has a back yoke. Alright, I just came down by 4 inches. You can come down by 5 inches as well. You'll be seeing it. So now here is a trick. Some persons, they will join the shoulders together with the back yoke, then they will twist it in a way and stitch. But I learned a new technique and I'll be sharing it here. All right. So I'm just removing the paint from my pattern in order for me to start sewing. To my subscribers, you guys rock. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. Kindly like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on my other platforms. So see what I will be doing now. This is the front. All right. Instead of me turning it right side facing each other to stitch, I would not be doing that. Instead, I'll be joining the front like so and the back like so. All right, now these are the wrong sides facing each other. I'll go ahead and stitch the shoulders, after which I am going to be putting the back yoke like this, front side of the back yoke facing the front side of the actual front of the fabric. So I'm going to be stitching. Remember, don't stitch on that same line, stitch a little bit above it, a little. All right, I have done that. I'll flip it over, then go and stitch it behind. Please be sure to give your shirt a good press. All right, be sure to press it before stitching this back yoke so that your work is going to come out very neat. Hope I'm understood. All right, so now I am going to be folding in by 0.5 inch and I'll be stitching. All right, 0.5 inch. You can use 1 inch depending on your preference. So I've done that. You can see the folded edge now, how the back folded into the front, as you can see. So now I'm going to be doing the button flap. I am going to be folding where I have the 2.5 inches. I notched it, so make sure your notch is at the middle. This is the notch, as you can see. Make sure when you fold in is at the middle. All right, this will aid for the button. It will make it cover properly. But if you start where you notched, your button is not going to sit properly. It's not going to cover well. So be sure to iron, please. Be sure to iron. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. So I've gone ahead to stitch it. I'll be doing same for the other parts. All right, I'll be repeating same for the other parts. All right, so I've gone ahead to do it. Now this is the shoulder. Make sure you keep a notch there. All right, you do same for both sides. I'll open it up and attach my sleeve. All right, so make sure you notch the middle part of your sleeve and attach it. All right, you could use pins to secure it so it doesn't fray. I'm done attaching this sleeve now. I'll go ahead and do for the second sleeve. All right, I've gone ahead to do as well. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be shaping with his body measurements. Not necessarily body measurement. I'm just taking 1 inch. You can use his body measurement and add half an inch. That's 0.5 inch. So it's going to be a bit free and not extremely fitted. All right. After that, I am going to be hemming the sleeve. All right, by 1.5 inches, as well as the base or the full length of the top. I'm going to be hemming as well. As you can see, be sure to serge. All right, to serge all your edges. As you can see, I've done that off camera. All my edges are serged. I have gone to hem. All right, the shirt is ready. So the next thing we're going to be doing, please be sure to give it a press. The next thing we're going to be doing now, we're going to be attaching the neckline. All right, I am going to be linking how to draft a shirt collar. All right, how to draft a shirt collar in this channel. I've done it before, so I'm going to be linking it in this video. All right, so I've gone ahead to fold my shirt into two and measure the neckline. You can as well open it and measure it round to avoid mistakes. All right, so like I said, this is my shirt collar. I have gone ahead to do it. I'm going to be teaching you how to actually draft it. I'll be linking it. Sorry to say, I'll be linking it in this video. I've done it in my previous video before, but I'm still even explaining it here. I'll go ahead and stitch. All right, I'll go ahead and stitch, after which I am going to be cutting. All right, be sure to do it at your pace. what I'm actually doing now, I'm just passing thread, all right, at the edge of the collar, the pointed edge, so that when I'm turning, it's going to aid turning. All right, I have a detailed video on this on my channel. I'm going to be linking it. All right, hope I'm understood. Thank you. So I'll do same process for this other edge too. I'll pass a rope that will aid me to turn perfectly when I'm turning. All right. All right, as you can see, so I'm passing the rope now under, then I'll go ahead and stitch, after which I'm going to be cutting out the excesses. The excess fabric, I'll cut them out. Then when I have this point, I am going to be notching so that it will aid easy turning. So I'll open it up. Be sure to do it neatly. Be sure to do it at your own pace. All right. All right. So I'll just pull out to enable the edges come out very fine. After which I am going to be giving it a stitch. All right. I'll stitch it round. I'm not supposed to even be showing all this because I've done it in my previous video. All right. I'll be linking it like I said earlier. So I'll give it a stitch. As you can see, I'll stitch this middle part as well. All right. Then I'll be folding in that and I'll fold it in the other one, then I'll give it a good press. All right, after which I am going to be taking note of the middle point. All right, I'll give it a little notch at the middle point of the collar as well. Then I'll be stitching round. So now this is it. Like I said earlier, I'll be taking the middle part. I'll just give it a little mark, please. All right, but from the body I'm going to be notching. All right, from the body of the shirt I'll be notching. So you get the midpoint and match it together, then sew round using 0.5 inches. Right, be sure to use pins to secure, all right, so that you don't make mistakes. All right, so I've gone ahead to stitch it. Now I'll be folding in and I'll be stitching the other parts as well. I'm just showing you the process of stitching. All right, you can see how neat it looks. So now I'm done stitching. I'll be covering it now, then I'll go and stitch on it again, after which I am going to be attaching my buttons. All right, I'll be attaching the buttons off camera, but how to place your buttons, you can use 2.5-inch spacing, or depending on your preference. All right, depending on your preference. If you've watched so far, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. All right, see you in my next video. Bye.